Okay, so good morning students. Today we'll be starting with the new topic, that is respiration and circulation. Okay, so in the first step we'll be having all the questions of respiration. We'll discuss the respiration questions and then we'll go for what? Circulation, right? So let us see what is question number 1. Question number 1, conversion of potential energy present in the organic molecules, organic compounds, to another form of the chemical energy used in the life process occurs during what? What are the life process which are given here? Respiration, digestion, circulation and excretion. So let us see what are the things here. Conversion of course, we have the correct answer here, and that is respiration. You know that students, in human body, or we can say that in the body of the organisms or living things here, it may be plant, it may be animal, it may be microbes. You know that respiration is the only process here which is required to gain the ATP molecules. And you know that ATP is nothing but what here? Adenosine triphosphate. This is the chemical energy which is required here to perform the work for the any organism, okay, on the earth. And that is why respiration is the only process which will release the energy, in which you have the glucose molecule is oxidized here in a stepwise way, so that we have the production of what here? Energy. So obviously your correct answer here is this one. So you know the equation of the respiration. So students, as I told you always, you are supposed to prepare the mind map. So in this topic also, prepare the mind map for the equations, for the all the characteristics of the respiratory system and all the organs, their histology, physiology, everything. Okay, prepare the mind map, and you know the equation of what here? Respiration. So we have two types of respiration here: aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration. Got it? You know that aerobic respiration, okay, you are having the aerobic respiration here in presence of what? Aerobic respiration in presence of what here? Oxygen. Got it? In presence of oxygen. And you have anaerobic respiration, okay, anaerobic respiration will be there in absence of oxygen. Okay, so students, please differentiate between these two so that you will be able to answer the rest of the questions. Okay, so this will be the thing here. And you know that C6 H12 O6, right? So we have this particular thing which is giving you the energy release here. So we have studied in 11th standard also in the topic, that is respiration. Okay, but here your answer is number 1. Okay, number 2, which of the following statements is incorrect regarding the respiratory surface? Okay, so number 1, it shows the presence of large air space between the cells. Then it has got large surface area. Then it is thin and highly vascular. And next is what? It is always kept moist. So students, you know, regarding the respiratory surface, any respiratory surface in the organisms, you know that it is giving you the exchange of gases. Okay, so you have the gaseous exchange here, and we have the very great thing here. It shows the presence of large air space here between the cells. Got it? So this will give you the good exchange of gases here and good process of respiration. Got it? For the release of energy molecules. So A is the correct answer. Next question. The palate separates dash. So palate is separating what here? Nasopharynx from oropharynx, nasopharynx from laryngopharynx, laryngopharynx from oropharynx, and nasopharynx from the internal nares, right? So what is the palate? You know that palate is the bone below the maxilla, you know, and near the maxilla, the upper jaw bone. Okay, so it is attached with which portion here? Maxilla, and it will occupy the region for between what here? It will separate the region of what here? Nasopharynx and oropharynx. So if you are observing the structure of the respiratory system. Got it? So we have got, this will be the nasopharynx, you know that nasopharynx area, and here you have the oropharynx, right? Here you have the portion of this region. Got it? So we have the tracheal region which is running from this, right? So here will be the trachea. Got it? Trachea is going to be there here. So this will be the ultimate connection over here. Okay, so you know that palate is going to be here, right? Palate is this area. Okay, so here is the roof of the buccal cavity is called as what here? Palate. Got it? So here is the presence of palate, and that is going to separate what here? It will separate the nasopharynx. Okay, the area of the pharynx near the nose region. Okay, and it is giving you the separation of what here? Oropharynx, right? So this will be what here? Oropharynx. So students, please remember the difference between what here? Nasopharynx, oropharynx, and this will be the palate here. And palate is near to what here? Maxilla bone. Maxilla is which bone here? Maxilla is your upper jaw bone, right? So this is the correct answer here for your question, right? So please see the diagram and remember the difference between these two. Very, very simple question. Got it? Next question. Question number 4. The correct arrangement of various respiratory components in the lobes of the lungs is called as terminal tracheal, tertiary bronchus, air sac, alveolus. Air sac, terminal bronchial, alveolus, tertiary bronchials. Alveolus, air sac, tertiary and terminal. Then tertiary, terminal and air sac and alveolus. So what do you think here? What should be your correct answer? So your correct answer is tertiary bronchus, then terminal bronchial, then air sac, and then you have the alveolus. Please remember the correct sequence, right? You should know how the things are going to be there. So you have the bronchus here, okay, tertiary. Then we have got the terminal bronchioles here, right? Then terminal bronchioles will give you the air sac, and then it will give you what here? Alveolus region. Got it? So these are the things here, okay? This will be the portion, this will be the portion, this will be the portion, and this will be the region here. Got it? So this is what the correct ideal sequence here. Okay, next question number 5. Question number 5, the correct sequence of the following respiratory system is, okay, so bronchi, larynx, then bronchioles, lungs and oropharynx. Okay, so students, what will be the correct answer? So your correct answer here is this. Okay, so let us see how it is going to be there. You know that if you have got this system here very perfectly, right? So here is the nasal chambers, then here is the oropharynx, here is the esophagus, here you will have trachea, then you will have the bronchus, then you will have the lungs over here, and it is giving you the structure here like this. Got it? So you have number 1 is oropharynx, then you have bronchi, then then you have larynx, then bronchi, then we have got bronchioles, and finally you have got the lungs here. Okay, so remember the diagram, it will be easy for you to sort out the answer. Okay, next, the string instrument to produce the sound by vibrations. Which of the following organ works here with the same principle in our body? Trachea, bronchioles, bronchi and larynx. So you know that larynx is the correct answer. You know that larynx is a sound box. Okay, so you should remember vibrations are created, how the waves are created and how the waves are propagated here. Okay, so larynx is a sound box. Got it? So this is your correct answer. It's simple. Next question. Which type of epithelium is present in respiratory membrane of the alveolar level? So squamous and resting on the basement membrane. Then we have ciliated epithelial tissue resting on the mucous membrane. Then we have the pseudostratified epithelium and olfactory epithelium. So dear students, in 11th standard itself, you have done the tissues in detail, okay? So you should be able to sort out that which tissue is present in which organ and how it is giving you the function over there. Got it? So for question number 7, we have the correct answer here, and that is nothing but what here? We have got the squamous epithelial tissue in the alveolar sac layer. Okay, this alveolar sac layer is giving you the presence of what here? Squamous epithelial tissue. And you know that squamous epithelial tissue, what is the function of squamous epithelial tissue here? This tissue, the single layer of the squamous epithelial tissue, this is giving you the gaseous exchange. Okay, oxygen is given and carbon dioxide is taken out. Okay, so the around this you will have the capillary network, and through the blood the carbon dioxide is released in the air sac or into this chamber, and oxygen is given here in the blood, so that in the form of oxyhemoglobin, there will be supply of the oxygen to each and every part in our body, and carbon dioxide is taken from the blood and it is given out of your respiratory system. Got it? So CO2 is given out and oxygen is taken in. So like this you have the things. Okay, very simple answer. Next, question number 8. Select the incorrect statement. Select the incorrect statement. Statement number 1. Oropharynx communicate below the nasopharynx. Okay, larynx is the connection between the laryngopharynx and trachea. Then third is C-shaped cartilaginous rings are present to support the trachea, and we have the pleural membranes are paired and to protect the lungs. You know that lungs are getting protected by the membrane called as what here? Pleura. Pleura is the membrane which is giving you the protection. And you know that we have the C-shaped cartilaginous rings which are supporting the trachea. You know that your trachea, okay, here is the structure of what? Trachea. Trachea is also called as what here? Windpipe. Okay, you should know all the meanings of what here? Options. So students, please revise these things here. Okay, these are the rings of the trachea. Okay, this is what here? This is the structure of what here? Trachea. Got it? And this is formed here by the two semicircular rings here. This will be one ring, okay, of the trachea, okay, and this will be the another ring here of the trachea. Got it? So like this you are getting the formation of what here? Rings over here. Okay, this will give you the formation of what here? Trachea. And these are what here? Semicircular rings. What are these here? These are the semicircular rings, and they are made up of what here? Cartilage. Which cartilage you are getting here? Very important part, that they are cartilaginous rings here. Which tissue is present here? Cartilage. And you know that cartilage is a pliable connective tissue, and that's why you are getting the good flexibility for your tracheal region. Got it? So, but what should be your answer? Select the incorrect. So, oropharynx communicate below the nasopharynx. It's not like that. Nasopharynx is up and oropharynx is below. Okay. So, this is your correct answer. Though it is wrong, it is your correct answer. And for the rest of the things you should know from this option is that semicircular rings are there, and these rings are what here? Cartilaginous in nature. And cartilage is the pliable connective tissue. Remember this. You can note down these things here because these are going to be very correct options, and you know that every option you should know the meaning of every statement. Okay. So please note down this cartilaginous rings. Okay. Now let us go for the question number 9. See the question number 9. Which of the following statement is incorrect with reference to the trachea? It is about 10 to 12 centimeter in length. It is present on the back side of the esophagus. It is supported by the complete circular rings of the cartilage. It is internally lined by the ciliary pseudoepithelial tissue and mucous glands. So what should be your correct answer? Your correct answer here is B, which is incorrect statement here, statement number 2, because it is not present at the back side and that it is not supported by complete. You have the incomplete rings there and esophagus is at the back side. So this is your correct answer. That what are the incorrect statements. Okay, note down the answer very perfectly. Next, out of total oxygen transported, the plasma carries dash is the dissolved state here. So how much is the things here? You have only 3%. Got it? So it is there in the dissolved state. Got it? So C is the correct answer. Remember the values. Next, during the transport of carbon dioxide, chloride shift occurs during dash respiration. Only once, twice, thrice and 4 times. So what should be your answer? Your answer is twice. Chloride shift occurs twice here, right? So remember, in your textbook, they have given all the very nice diagrams for the transport of the oxygen in the RBCs and in the plasma. So students, please go through that chart, go through those diagrams and remember the perfect pathway also. Okay, so this is the answer. Next, during carbon dioxide transport, movement of the chloride ions across the membrane of the RBCs from plasma is called as. So what is the correct answer here? What are the options? Bohr effect, Haldane effect, Hamburger phenomena and swell right effect. So the answer here is, it is Hamburger phenomena, right? Chloride shift. You know that in your RBCs, right? How the chloride ions are going to enter over here from the outer side, from the plasma, that is given here. So this is giving you the Hamburger's effect here. Okay, go through the diagram. Next, enzyme that is containing Zn is present in RBCs, and that is carbonic anhydrase, then prothrombinase, then we have cholinesterase and thrombin. So students, very simple question. Arthat it will be what here? Carbonic anhydrase. Very important enzyme for all the biochemical reactions inside the RBCs for the transport of gases. Okay, that is gaseous exchange is mediated via the enzyme carbonic anhydrase. Remember the name and underline the things here. Okay, I hope so you have the textbook in front of you and the notebook also in front of you, so you can turn the pages and you can watch the diagram side by side. Okay, for the topic that is respiration, right? Next, maximum percentage of carbon dioxide is transported in the form of dash: carboxyhemoglobin, then carbonic acid in plasma, then bicarbonates, and then carboxyhemoglobin in RBCs. So students, what is your answer here? Your answer here is bicarbonates. You know that potassium bicarbonate, sodium bicarbonate, all they are accumulated in the blood plasma with maximum concentration, and that is why carbon dioxide transportation, it is done via the what here? Bicarbonates, right? Next, select the incorrect statements from the given one. Statement number 1, read the statements correctly. The rate of formation of H2CO3 is slower in RBCs and faster in plasma. Dissociation of H2CO3 into H plus and HCO3 minus takes place due to carbonic anhydrase. The carbonic anhydrase is present in leukocytes. The prosthetic group of carbonic anhydrase is manganese. So what do you think here? What should be your correct answer? Here your correct answer is C. Okay, which are the incorrect one? Number 1. Okay, then we have number 3. It is not present in leukocyte because it is there in RBCs, right? And this is prosthetic group is not this manganese, right? So third one is your correct answer. Now the next question. Next question is match the following. See the column number 1 and column number 2. So what is column number 1 here? CO2 dissolved in plasma. How much should be the CO2 dissolved in plasma? So CO2 dissolved in plasma is, that is 7%. Okay. Then we have carbon dioxide transported as a bicarbonate is 70% maximum. Then CO2 transported by RBCs is 23%, and oxygen transported by RBCs as a oxyhemoglobin is this one, because you know that we have got the highest concentration of what here? RBCs. How much is the RBC count? That is 5 to 5.5 million per cubic mm of the blood, right? So that is why we have the maximum transportation of oxygen, that is 98% via RBCs, right? But your correct answer here is this one. Okay, D is the correct answer. Next, how does the hemoglobin acts as a buffer? You know that buffer is going to maintain the acidic and alkaline level here, okay, by forming HbCO2, by forming HHB, then by formation of NaHCO3 and forming Hb, that is this one. So your correct answer here is this. Okay, see the diagram. Okay, see the diagram from RBC and plasma, this one, so that you will remember the correct answer. Next, with reference to the site of the reaction, which of the following reactions are correct during the transportation of CO2? So which reaction is going to be correct here? So students, here actually all the reactions are going to be correct. Okay, this is all correct. Make the correction in your answer. Okay, they all are correct. So go through the diagram. Next, question number 20. At normal temperature and pressure, how many molecules of hemoglobin can bind with the 100 molecules of the oxygen to give you formation of oxyhemoglobin? Got it? So how much is the pressure, temperature, and this one which is required here? That is, we have A. A is the correct answer, 25. Got it? Next. Select the correct match. You know, you should know all the terminologies perfectly. Please go through all the definitions of tidal volume, vital capacity, IRV, ERV, everything, okay? So, select the correct match. आता match बघा काय काय दिलं आपल्याला. Expiration rib cage, inspiration diaphragm relaxes, normal breathing involuntary process, and tidal volume it requires 2 respiration cycles. So your correct answer here is this. Okay, so these are the correct things here. Next, oxygen hemoglobin dissociation curve shift towards the right during except increase in PPO2, then low pH, high temperature, and formation of 2,3-diphosphoglycerate increases. So what should be your correct answer? Your correct answer here is this. It is giving you the increase in the partial pressure of oxygen. Students, please go through the things here, that is Bohr's effect, Halden's effect, Hamburger phenomena. Okay, so please go through all the diagrams. If you are going through all the diagrams, all these questions will be very, very easy for all of you. Okay, so please watch the diagrams from your textbook. How does the hemoglobin act as a buffer to lower the blood pH? So formation of HbCO2, then forming HHB, then this one forming HbCO, and that is carbon monoxide, and forming HbO2. So your correct answer here is B. See the reaction. Okay, B is the correct answer. Next, in which of the following treatment includes the protective mask to gear up and minimize the inflammation? Sinusitis, laryngitis. You know sinusitis is Itis means what? Inflammation. Sinusitis means what? Sinus inflammation. Next is laryngitis, inflammation of the larynx, sound box. Silicosis and emphysema. You know what happens in emphysema. If this is normal, this one, normal air sac, in emphysema, the air sac is giving you the shrunken appearance. This is what the emphysema. This is what the normal condition. Okay, so students, you should know all the disorders of the respiratory system. you should go through asthma, bronchitis, then asbestosis, silicosis. Please make the mind map and sort out all the different disorders and diseases of your respiratory system. Got it? So this is emphysema silicosis, but your correct answer here is C, silicosis. Okay, so this mask, you should wear the mask over there. Allergy to pollen grain and food additives, pet hair may lead into which following disorder? Okay, emphysema, laryngitis, acute bronchitis, and asthma. So we have this is the correct answer. Okay, so in allergic disorder, it may give you the inflammation of the bronchus and all these things, and it may create the condition which is called as what here, asthma, right? So your correct answer here is D. Next, cyclosis is shown by the following organisms except. So except, you know, that sponges, everyone will give you cyclosis. Cyclosis is what here? What is the meaning of cyclosis? It is the streaming movement of the cytoplasm in the cell is called as cyclosis. Got it? But your answer here is this. Transportation within the living cell is this. Transportation, cyclosis, diffusion, active transport, and absorption. So what should be your correct answer here? Okay, that is in living, it will be there in the cyclosis. Okay, so this is your correct answer. Okay, so students, all these are the questions of the topic, that is respiration, and in the next session we'll be talking about all the PYQs of the circulation topic. Okay, so you will be preparing in a very good way both the topics, so that all marks you will get out of marks here. Okay, students, so all the best for your this topic.